Hello, I'm Kade,
And I'm Curtis.
and welcome to the We Don't Know What to Call This Show Yet show, where we talk anything and everything that happens to slap itself into our brains. In this episode, we talk something that I read about recently about categorizing food. Cue the intro. So, I read something recently about categorizing food, that every food falls under the categories of soup, salad, sandwich, and ravioli.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny, so I compiled a list of foods that I thought would be interesting to have your opinion on.
Okay.
So in this list, let's start with the simple. Real simple. So we're going to go ahead and start with steak. Which one do you think that falls under?
So the categories are soup, salad, sandwich, and ravioli.
Yes.
And what does a steak fit into?
Yes.
I would probably say a steak would be... That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Maybe a sandwich.
A sandwich. Why a sandwich?
Well, because it's a slab.
Okay.
And a sandwich is a slab.
That makes sense to me. I would have thought that it was a salad.
Salad.
Yeah, well, you know.
There's only one piece. It's a one-piece salad.
Yeah, you know, when you get, like, sometimes when you go to fancy places, they have these, like, Caesar salads, and it's just, like, one long piece of lettuce. It's kind of like that. Except it's meat. But I think it falls under salad.
I think maybe if there was toppings on this steak,
Maybe if you had a sauce.
then that might fit. Yes, but there are also
some A1 on
sauces
it,
and
then it's
toppings in sandwiches as well.
That's true. That's true. Let's move on to
All
the
right.
next one. We have hamburger.
The hamburger's a pretty easy one. That's clearly a sandwich.
That is definitely clearly a sandwich. I will agree. Here's another one. Pie. What do you think about pie?
pie. So I would say a piece of pie would be a sandwich, but a whole pie would possibly be a ravioli.
I definitely agree. I think certain pies have tops to them, and that definitely makes them a ravioli. Like an apple pie, it's usually got a top on it, so it's a ravioli.
Right.
But if it's like a key lime pie or like a coconut cream pie, they don't usually have tops. So that would definitely fall under before cooking. It's a soup, I would think, and then
You eat
and then
a
when
pie
it
after
firms
it's
up,
cooked.
you know, it's probably either. I'm split between sandwich or salad.
Because there is open-faced sandwiches.
There is, but I feel like an open-faced sandwich is like a salad. You know?
But you have the category of sandwich.
That's true. I guess if it's there, we should use it. Next is pizza, along the same.
Pizza would be very similar to an open-faced sandwich.
Yes, I agree.
Because salads don't have bases. A pizza has a base.
That's true. But is it a sandwich if it doesn't have a top? You know,
Sure, because there are, like I said, open-faced sandwiches.
But it's still got, you know, like two pieces. They're just side to side instead of, you know?
Uh-huh.
Whatever. Next, we go on to mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
This is a different one.
That's an interesting one because I think we're out of the sandwich ravioli debate on this one.
Yes, that's true.
I
I don't know. You could get a baked mac and cheese. It has a nice crispy top. It might be a ravioli.
I would say it would be a salad.
I'd say it's a salad as well because it's not a soup unless you get like a really runny mac and cheese.
But then it's just a really
But then it's just a
overly
wet
dressed
salad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's a easy salad on that one.
Next, we got another one that's pretty easy. Burrito.
That's pretty clearly a ravioli.
I think it's 100% a ravioli. Absolutely. This one, I'm not totally sure on. Bread. Just bread.
Well, seeing it's the ingredients of a sandwich, it's just a sandwich with no toppings.
That's true, but
It's also a singular piece.
it could be a salad.
But again, then you're down to, is there really single-piece salads?
Well, you can get like a salad that's all croutons, and that's just bread.
But is it only one crouton? Because that's what bread is.
I don't know. I think the jury's out on that one. One giant crouton.
See, it's the main ingredient to a sandwich.
Well, not all sandwiches have bread, because you got like lettuce wraps and,
right, which would be a salad.
Wraps. I suppose.
Which would, if you wrap in something though, then wouldn't it be a ravioli?
That's true. Ravioli and sandwich are very similar. Next we have ribs.
Ribs.
I think this is definitely a salad territory. And you just think of the bones as croutons.
Well, usually you eat croutons. It's pretty hard to eat bones. Yeah, that's a tough one. I would say
it could be a ravioli.
Potentially it's a sandwich, because sandwiches, it's a single piece. You eat them with your hands like a sandwich.
Fair, I can see that. But it could also be a ravioli. But
raviolis are clearly fully encompassed in something.
It's a bone fully encompassed in meat.
But usually in a ravioli, the inside is edible.
That's true. It's a reverse ravioli.
Yeah.
I think that still counts as a ravioli.
Okay.
Here's another interesting one. We got baked beans.
Baked beans. So a bean is probably, it's a vegetable, right? Bean is a vegetable.
Yeah, but you can have salads that don't have vegetables.
And it's sauce on their salad, which could be also dressing. So
that's true.
Seems like it could be a salad.
I think it's on the soup side, because usually, you cook it like a soup. It's like you get the hard beans and then you put it in the juice and then you cook it like it's a soup. And then when it's finished, it's kind of a really chunky soup.
Well, really chunky. But you usually don't put baked beans in a bowl. You put them on a plate.
You can put them in a bowl.
Salad. I'm not saying you can't. But soup, you have to put in a bowl. You ain't going to put soup on a plate.
That's true. You can't really eat a soup
I think that's
on a plate.
what puts it into salad territory.
I think that's fair. Next we have shellfish. So
shellfish.
Like crab, oysters.
Yeah.
I think definitely ravioli.
Well, the outside of raviolis are edible.
Well, I mean, who's
the outside
to say?
of a crab,
you're not
like crunching down on that.
You could eat a crab shell. You just give it some work. There's a guy that ate an entire airplane. Yeah. There's a guy that ate an entire airplane over like 2 years. So, I mean, you could eat a crab shell if a guy can eat an airplane.
Yeah, but I think more commonly it would be, I don't know, I guess, a sandwich again. That's a tough one. It's just a hunk of meat. What are you going to do? Just because it's covered in exoskeleton.
I suppose.
Exoskeleton ravioli.
It's another reverse ravioli. Well, no, it's not reverse because never mind. Whatever.
Yeah.
Next, we have something very similar. Egg.
It is very similar because you have a hard, primarily inedible shell.
I think it's the same with the shellfish. I think it's a ravioli. You just gotta try hard.
I think, yeah. So it's tough. You just gotta. You're a wuss if you don't treat it like a ravioli. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe
you're some kind of quitter.
But egg also has different ways you can prepare it. Like you can have an egg salad sandwich.
Egg salad sandwich. That's right. Boom.
You have eggs,
sandwich.
and then you have like a hard-boiled egg, which is like a soup.
Open face sandwich.
Yeah. Eggs, all of them. I think that's pretty clear. Next we have spaghetti. Very clear to me.
I think it's pretty easy that this would be a salad.
It's absolutely a salad. Absolutely. Next we have baked ziti. Which,
ziti,
as far as I know, is just a soup.
No, No, because it's not soupy. It's not liquidy.
It's not.
I think
I
the
thought it
soup
was
has
like
in
a
there.
soup.
I would make it the same as spaghetti. It's just noodles and sauce.
It's noodles and sauce.
Just because it's been baked, it's just a baked salad.
Maybe I don't know what baked ziti is. I thought it was just a soup.
I guess if it's not cooked all the way, it could be soupy.
Maybe. Last in this first easy tier, we have taco.
Taco. I think easy tier, huh? We've had some difficult ones.
There's a couple difficult ones.
But taco, I think, would be a sandwich.
It's definitely a sandwich. Until you get into like Tostito range, then it's like a salad. Or
I don't know.
Unless you have like
sandwich.
a Mexican pizza, then that's like a sandwich.
Yeah, I would say probably Mexican pizza is definitely a sandwich because it's easy. It's not even open face. You got 2 tortillas on it.
Yeah.
But even a tostada, if that's what you meant to say.
Yeah, what did I say?
Tostito.
Oh, yes, the Tostitos pizza rolls, which are raviolis.
You mean... I think is that Tino's pizza rolls? Tino's?
I think it's Totino's.
Totino's?
I don't know.
Okay. But anyways, taco. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a sandwich. Okay, now we're done with the not so easy tier.
Eating ones. I don't know. I think this one is pretty easy. Much higher class. Beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington. It is highbrow. I think it is definitely a ravioli.
It is definitely cooked like a ravioli, but then it's served to you usually sliced.
Yeah,
but it could just be
but you could cut a ravioli in half.
Sliced ravioli. That's true.
Which is a
Maybe
sandwich.
a raviolo, which I think are just really big raviolis.
Like a Hot Pocket?
Exactly.
That's another one. Hot Pocket. That's a ravioli.
Yeah, that's pretty clear. So the next one, Baked Alaska.
Ooh, that's a hard one. Because it's like a cake, right? That's like covered in meringue.
And ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. And then I think it's meringue, and then it's baked. And you got to bake it and cook the meringue before the ice cream melts.
I think that might be a sandwich. Or
it could
a
be
ravioli.
An open-faced sandwich. I don't see that it would be a ravioli.
Well, it's kind of all encased in the meringue.
Not really, because not the bottom isn't. But it could also be a salad.
It could be a salad. It's not a soup.
But because you do have, I think, bread on the bottom, that would make it an open-faced cake.
And then something
or
on
an
top.
open-faced sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So, here's a really difficult one here.
Okay.
Crown roast of pork with mushroom dressing.
Well, I feel like the word dressing kind of leans it towards salad territory.
That does really tell you because salads have dressing on them.
That's true. It's true. And it's a roast of pork. So, you know, you get a plate with an assortment of pig on it.
Yeah. It's no longer, like earlier, a steak was, to me, in my mind, a sandwich. Because it's just a slab of something. Now, this has dressing on it.
Yeah.
You've dressed it.
A salad with dressing is a
you've turned the sandwich into a salad.
The other way.
Yeah. All right. How about a duck breasts with apricot chutney?
I think it's very similar to the last one.
I think it's very similar.
The mushroom dressing, but instead it's chutney.
Right.
I think it's definitely a salad.
Yeah, okay, I would agree with that. Grandma's lasagna. It's not just regular lasagna.
It's specifically grandma's.
It's grandma's.
It is grandma's. And now, I don't know about you, but I never had a lasagna made by my grandma.
Maybe it's not made by your grandma. Maybe it contains your grandma.
She got a few fingernails in there. It is grandma's lasagna.
Yeah, it's grandma's lasagna.
Well, you know, erring on the side of I'm not a cannibal. I feel like a lasagna is sandwich territory.
Yeah, I think I would agree with the sandwich on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel, you know, it's a bunch of stuff in between noodles.
Right. And noodles is the same ingredients as bread.
And noodles is bread.
Yeah.
you know.
All right. Hey, we kind of answered this one earlier, but this one's more specific.
Okay.
Chicken pot pie.
That's a ravioli. It's because it's got a roof on it.
It does have a roof on it. And the one that I always think about with chicken pot pie is the smaller ones, which are clearly all encased, and you eat it all encased.
Oh, yep. Like the frozen ones you get from the store.
Yeah. So
Definitely ravioli.
basically a circle-shaped Hot Pocket.
Pretty much, yeah. With chicken and gravy and whatever.
Yep. So, pot roast vegan spiral Thanksgiving tart.
Hold on. Pot roast vegan spiral Thanksgiving tart.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know what that is or what that could even mean.
There's a lot of ingredients there, but it does say tart, which is like a open-faced pie.
It is a pie like thing. It's definitely sandwich territory, if not a salad.
Right. It's either a sandwich or a salad, but tarts usually have some sort of crust on the bottom, which would then push you into sandwich territory, I think.
Yeah, I'd feel that.
All right. How about a tomato basil with white bean puree?
Not just the white beans. They gotta be pureed.
That's right. You don't want that whole beanage.
Gotta be having my smooth bean. I can't
That's right.
no full hard beans.
Well, I think this is the first one that clearly comes to us as a soup.
It is.
We really haven't had a soup.
We haven't really had soups yet. That's true. This definitely falls under soup, I think.
Yeah. So, brothy pasta with chickpeas.
Another soup category.
Yeah, I think that's another
contender,
pretty soup. Brothy. Soup has broth in it.
That is.
Anything you put in the broth, it's still soup.
That's true. You could have, a soup with a watermelon in it. It's still a soup, not a salad.
Yep.
You could have a fruit salad soup, but if it's a soup, it's a soup.
Right, then it's a fruit soup,
Fruit
not
soup.
a fruit salad soup.
It's a fruit. Well.
All right. Sticky, spicy, baked cauliflower.
Sticky and spicy.
Sticky and spicy.
You
Baked can't just have
cauliflower, eh? I
Baked
think
cauliflower.
that's a salad.
That sounds pretty salady to me. It's
Because
basically
cauliflower,
bits of vegetables. It's a salad.
Yeah.
Doesn't sticky and spicy, that's just the dressing.
That's true.
That's just the dressing.
But what if it was meat? Like sticky, spicy chicken breast?
I think it still would be a salad.
I think it's still a salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think regardless of meat or no meat,
Yeah.
it's something.
Because you got the dressing
With
of the
dressing.
sticky, spicy.
Yes. Sticky.
And then
and
the
spicy.
bits of whatever it could be. In this case, it's cauliflower.
Yeah. Definitely salad.
So for the final one in the fancy food category, we'll go with spicy gochujang sesame noodles.
In the Asian department, I feel like any noodle dish, similar to how we ranked spaghetti. I feel like it's so similar with a salad that it's just got to be a salad.
I would agree on that. I think it's a salad. Salad and dressing.
If it's a noodle dish that has no broth and has a sauce, it's a salad.
Right.
But if it has broth,
Then it would be soup. Yep.
Yep.
Definitely lacking in the soup. And of all the things that we talked about so far.
Soup is definitely the weakest so far.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
All right.
And now we have the absolute abysmal creations that I came up with on the fly here.
I would like to call them TikTok recipes.
They don't really make sense, but they'll be fun to rate. So first we have oven roasted chicken with a side of minced Guatemalan bean curd. Now, I don't know if you can get bean curd from Guatemala, but
Bean curd is an Asian thing. Most people call it, tofu.
Tofu.
But who knows? You know what I mean? In Guatemala, they do grow cacao beans, so it could be
bean
chocolate
curd.
bits.
Some chocolate pudding. There you go.
But I would probably say, well, it says oven roasted chicken is the main ingredient.
That is the main.
But it is then you got dressing.
A side of minced Guatemalan bean curd.
So I think
it's definitely dressing to the salad.
Exactly. So it would have to be a salad because you got dressing on that.
I feel like that falls under salad.
Yeah.
Next, we have another abysmal creation here.
Another TikTok.
We have torched bovine pate and farm fresh olive iced cream with a side of gently caffeinated dandelions.
Well, there's a lot of ridiculous words you just said. But those ridiculous words all belong in a salad.
A salad. Yes, your gently caffeinated dandelions on top of your pate olive ice cream falls under salad.
Slightly soaking those dandelions in some Red Bull.
Yeah, gently.
Gently. Floating them on top.
Yes, gently caffeinated. And now moving on, we have another one. We have applewood smoked pigeon with lobster stock jelly, garnished with deep fried tangerine skins. That sounds disgusting. I'm gonna keep
I don't
it a
know
buck.
that. I don't know that lobster stock jelly. I don't know how popular that is. And deep fried tangerine skins. That sounds absolutely horrid.
That sounds like some TikTok.
That's definitely some
for sure.
TikTok nonsense. But the applewood smoked pigeon, I don't think would be too bad. But
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad.
But I think that would be all ingredients in a salad.
I think it is another salad. I feel like salad is kind of all encompassing.
Yes. Yeah, salad is really a popular category there.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Then the next one we have here is almond poppy seed muffin bread pudding with lemon curd topping. So it's bread pudding, but it's almond poppy seed muffin bread pudding.
Okay.
And lemon curd.
Well, that could be, seeing that it's bready. But it's bread pudding.
It is bread pudding.
Which usually is kind of soupy.
It is pretty soupy. I'm not a fan of bread pudding.
Neither am I.
Because it just kind of tastes like wet bread with cinnamon.
But perhaps we've always just had horrible bread pudding.
Maybe the almond poppy seed muffin bread pudding with lemon curd topping is...
You're not using regular bread. You're using almond poppy seed muffins.
That's pretty highbrow.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's not a normal poppy seed muffin. That's almond.
That's right.
That's quite fancy. I think it's definitely either soup or another salad.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
But I think heavier on the soup side.
Usually it's going to be in a bowl because it's going to be runny, so probably go with soup. The soup needs some more love.
Yeah,
It's a soup
we've
category.
been light on soup, so we'll call it a soup. And then lastly here, we have sautéed river glizzy splashed with the essence of pomegranate and cashew aioli. Now, if you're not familiar with river glizzy, it's glizzy is a term usually used for hot dog or any phallic shaped thing, you know. And so in this case, a river glizzy is like a cattail. You know those plants that kind of look like corn dogs on the side of a river?
Right. So wouldn't be saying it's a corn dog with essence of pomegranate.
Yes.
Which does not fit at all. And if it was a real river glizzy,
a cattail, it would not be edible.
no.
But it's sautéed.
Cashew aioli. But that's still... Oh, right. It's sautéed before. So maybe sautéing a river glizzy.
Maybe extracts the glizzy side and makes it edible. You know, you never know.
But it clearly has a dressing.
It definitely is.
So I would say
on
it's
the
a salad.
It's on the
I would say
salad
it's a
side for
salad.
sure. I would think that's on the salad side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's about every food that we have written down today. But feel free to go on down and write in the comments and have a discussion there with whatever foods that you'd like, whether it be simple like steak, pie, pizza, mac and cheese like we had at the beginning, or at the end where we had these abysmal concoctions that aren't edible.
Horrible TikTok recipes.
Horrible TikTok recipes. But, feel free to subscribe as well. That would be much appreciated, as well as like the video. And,
we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.